Your words, the very essence of your communication, hold an astonishing power. They don't just describe the world you live in, they actively construct it. Every time you speak, you are shaping your perception, influencing how you interpret the events around you, and defining the reality you inhabit. Now think about this. What happens when you repeatedly tell yourself, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never succeed"? These words are not passive. They're active forces shaping your psychology, carving out neural pathways that reinforce doubt and fear. Over time, this becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. You start behaving in alignment with these beliefs, not because they're true, but because you've spoken them into existence. But here's the remarkable part. This mechanism works both ways. When you start saying, "I can improve," or "this challenge will make me stronger," you redirect your focus. Your brain, being the extraordinary problem-solving machine it is, begins to seek out evidence to support these new, empowering statements. You begin to act differently. You take risks. You grow. Words shape your perception of the world. The words we use are not just a means of communication, they are a lens through which we view the world. Language is the framework of thought. Every word you speak or hear has the power to influence how you interpret reality. For instance, if you constantly describe situations as impossible, you begin to see the world as a place filled with insurmountable obstacles. On the other hand, framing those same situations as challenging opens up the possibility of growth and opportunity. Your words act as a filter, coloring your perception of events, people, and even yourself. For example, if you label a setback as a failure, your mind fixates on loss and defeat. But if you describe it as a learning experience, your brain shifts focus toward adaptation and progress. This is not mere semantics. It's the way language programs your brain to react to and process reality. Moreover, the words we use to describe others also shape how we interact with them. Calling someone lazy versus struggling elicits entirely different emotional and behavioral responses. In the first case, you might feel disdain, while in the latter you're more likely to feel empathy and offer support. The labels we assign don't just reflect reality, they redefine it in our minds and dictate how we engage with it. This phenomenon is not limited to individuals. It extends to cultures and societies. Collective narratives built on language shape shared realities. A society that uses words like hope, innovation, and resilience fosters progress and optimism, while one dominated by fear, blame, and division perpetuates stagnation and conflict. Understanding the profound connection between words and perception allows you to take control of how you experience life. You can consciously choose words that empower you, that highlight opportunities rather than limitations. Begin to notice the language you use with yourself and others. Challenge the negative patterns and replace them with words that reflect the reality you want to create. In essence, your words are the architects of your worldview. By choosing them wisely, you can reshape how you see the world, interact with it, and ultimately transform it. Language is not just descriptive, it's directive, and it starts with how you speak, both aloud and in the quiet of your mind. What you repeatedly say influences your behavior and future. The words you speak, particularly those you repeat to yourself, are not harmless or insignificant. They are seeds planted in your subconscious mind, shaping your thoughts, emotions, and actions. Over time, these seeds grow into beliefs and habits that define your behavior and ultimately your future. Consider this: when you repeatedly tell yourself, "I'm not good enough," or "I can't do this," you begin to internalize these statements as truths. Your brain, which is wired to seek consistency, starts aligning your actions with these negative affirmations. You hesitate to take risks, avoid challenges, and unconsciously sabotage opportunities that could lead to growth. It's not because you're incapable, but because your words have conditioned your mind to believe so. On the flip side, imagine the impact of affirming, "I'm capable of learning," or "I can handle this." When you consistently use positive and constructive language, your brain shifts focus. It begins to look for evidence that supports these statements. For example, if you say, "I'm improving every day," your mind starts noticing small achievements that affirm this belief, reinforcing your confidence and encouraging further effort. Research in psychology supports this idea. Studies on self-talk show that the way we speak to ourselves significantly impacts motivation, problem-solving ability, and resilience. Athletes, for instance, often use positive self-talk to enhance their performance. By repeating phrases like, "I'm strong," or "I've got this," they train their minds to stay focused and overcome pressure. The influence of repeated words extends beyond individual behavior to relationships and social dynamics. If you consistently label someone as difficult or unreliable, your interactions with them are likely to reflect those judgments, often creating tension or conflict. Conversely, if you choose to see them as misunderstood or improving, you open the door to understanding and collaboration. It's important to recognize that the words you repeat become the narrative you live by. They program your brain to perceive certain realities, influencing the choices you make and the actions you take. This isn't about blind optimism or ignoring challenges. It's about choosing language that fosters growth, courage, and possibility. In the end, what you repeatedly say creates mental and emotional patterns that direct your life's trajectory. Speak with care and intention, because your words are not just fleeting thoughts. They are the blueprint of your future. Use language as a tool for self-transformation. Language is not just a way to express your thoughts. It is a tool you can use to reshape your mind and ultimately your life. The words you choose have the power to influence your emotions, behaviors, and how you navigate challenges. By becoming intentional about your language, you can create a mental framework that promotes growth, resilience, and success. When you use positive, empowering language, you program your brain to adopt a mindset of possibility and action. For example, consider the difference between saying, "I can't do this," and "I'll find a way." The first phrase closes doors and reinforces a sense of helplessness, while the second opens up opportunities for problem solving and persistence. This shift may seem small, but it has a profound impact on how you approach challenges. The transformative power of language lies in its ability to reframe experiences. Imagine facing a setback. You can either call it a failure and sink into discouragement, or you can describe it as a lesson and use it as a stepping stone to improve. The words you choose in moments of difficulty determine whether you grow from the experience or become trapped by it. Another important aspect of using language for self-transformation is how you speak about yourself. Self-talk, the internal dialogue you have with yourself, plays a critical role in shaping your self-esteem and confidence. Negative self-talk, such as "I'm so stupid" or "I'll never be good enough," creates a cycle of self-doubt and fear. On the other hand, positive affirmations like "I'm learning every day" or "I have what it takes" reinforce a sense of capability and encourage forward movement. Language can also influence your relationships and how you interact with the world. When you choose words that reflect kindness, gratitude, and understanding, you create a ripple effect that strengthens connections and builds trust. For instance, instead of criticizing someone, framing your feedback as constructive advice can lead to more productive outcomes. To use language as a tool for self-transformation, start by becoming mindful of your words. Pay attention to the language you use in moments of stress, success, or conflict. Practice replacing limiting phrases with empowering ones. Over time, this intentional use of language will reshape not only how you think, but also how you act and the reality you create for yourself. Your words are more than just sounds or symbols. They are powerful instruments of change. By using them intentionally, you can transform your mindset, relationships, and life's trajectory. Your words hold incredible power to shape your reality, influence your behavior, and drive self-transformation. They are not merely tools of communication, but active forces that define how you perceive the world and interact with it. By choosing your language carefully, both in how you speak to yourself and others, you can foster resilience, growth, and possibility. Replace negativity with empowerment, limitations with opportunities, and criticism with constructive dialogue. Remember, your words are the foundation of your mindset and actions. Speak with intention and purpose, because the reality you create starts with the language you choose to embrace.